Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there. Welcome back to the Crenshaw Corner. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
Hi, guys.
The wind beneath my wings.
I am.
The apple of my eye.
I am.
The rib that completes me.
He's completed, y'all. Thank y'all.
The Jatsia Dax to my wharf.
Okay, wait.
What happened?
What is that?
Jatsia Dax?
I don't even know what that is. Is that
Wharf?
is that like a...
Those are people. Well, not technically people.
Okay.
They're humanoids. One's a Trill, one's a Klingon.
Okay, so we're Dax. Okay, we're talking
Yeah,
about...
Dax.
Wait. Okay, we're talking about not Starship Enterprise.
Same universe.
Starship.
Not Starship, though.
And just Enterprise.
No, well, it's not Starship. It is Star. When you go on a voyage, you're going on a what? What's another word?
Voyager.
Same universe. When you're going on a journey, you're going on a what? It starts with a T. You're going on a
Trip.
a star.
What are you doing?
Star Trek.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
That didn't... You should have like when you're running. I didn't get the...
Because it's not Trek, it's Trek.
Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Trek.
So it's why I always thought it was Star Trek.
It's not Trek.
It's Trek.
It's Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you.
So same universe.
Same universe.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite iteration of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Benjamin Lafayette Sisko,
Okay.
commander of
This. Yeah.
Deep Space Nine.
Okay. The fact that you smile so hard, but I really
Cause
don't,
that's my
because
jam.
I love you, and I know we've been together a long time.
Right.
But
Well, okay. So Jatsia Dax was a Trill.
okay.
A Trill is a species
Okay.
that actually they have what they call a symbiotic relationship with another life form.
Okay.
So a Trill is a host.
Okay.
So they have a symbiote,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Dax. It looks like a tumor, actually. But it's a whole life form that looks like a tumor
Okay.
that lives inside their stomach,
Okay.
and they have a symbiotic relationship. And the host, the Trill,
Mm-hmm.
actually has all the memories, all the life lived by that Dax symbiote
Okay.
they have.
Okay.
So if they were a painter, then the host now knows how to paint. If they were a engineer, now they know how to do things.
Okay.
Now they're an engineer.
Okay.
And so Jatsia Dax was the best friend, actually. Well, Dax was the best friend of Benjamin Sisko. He was actually his mentor in the previous life
Okay.
with his previous host.
Okay.
So Worf you should be familiar with, though, because Worf was from the second series. He was from Next Generation.
You're looking at my face, right?
Everybody knows Worf.
Everybody don't know. Worf.
Everybody knows
But let me
Worf.
ask you a question.
What's
How
up?
does that equate to me, though?
I'm getting there.
Okay, let's get to it.
So you have Jatsia Dax,
Okay.
who was full of life, full of energy. She loved life. She loved living. She enjoyed life.
Right.
You have Worf, who is the stoic Klingon warrior. All he knew was battle. All he knew was war.
I'm getting where you're
You
going.
see where I'm going now?
I'm getting where you're going.
You see where I'm going? So when she entered his life,
Mm-hmm.
she brought a light and a joy to his life
Okay.
and gave him a totally different perspective of what life was or what life is, understanding that life is pain, but
Right.
there's always a but.
Right.
She was, for lack of a better term, she was his butt.
Okay.
I know.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was his, I'm angry, but
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm hurt, but
Right.
she was that for him.
Right.
So any light that he saw
Mm-hmm.
came from her.
Came from her.
So you are my Jatsia Dax.
Oh, thank you, babe. I appreciate that.
No problem at all.
I'm your light and your butt.
Yeah. And I'm pain in it sometimes.
Thanks.
But,
yeah, just that made me feel better. Thank
but
you.
I would not change it for the world.
Thank you.
You gonna tell the family your name?
I am, but I was just basking in my, love,
your light?
in my light,
In your joy?
and the love and the joy you was giving me.
I got you.
What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What is going on?
What's going on, family?
Hey, hi.
Hey. Guess what?
Guess what?
We're back.
We're back.
We're not even gonna get into it.
We're not gonna tell you where we've been, but we're gonna tell you where we're going.
It don't matter.
We're back.
We're here.
We're here.
We're back.
We're back.
So when I'm not gonna do this episode,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna plug the socials and everything. Right now, that's a futile. That's a
Yeah.
futile attempt.
Yes. But we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
So it's some rebuilding that we have to do. The house is not fully burned down.
Yes, but the foundation is strong, baby.
Yeah, but it does need.
I like the way I said that.
Yeah, it sounded great.
Thank you.
The house is not fully burned down, but it does need some remodeling.
Yes.
So we're in the process of doing a little remodeling right now.
But again, the foundation is great.
So, and we're speaking metaphorically, not literally. So,
like, oh my God, they lost their house.
Yeah, no,
who done burnt the house down?
Our literal house didn't burn down. But the house that we built.
You bit?
Bit.
Did you bit the house?
I bit the house.
Okay, baby. Okay.
The house that we built.
Yes.
Crenshaw Corner.
Yeah.
Needed some remodeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we've done. That's what we're in the process of doing.
So we're excited.
We are excited to be back in front of the microphones. Or behind the microphones, rather.
Exactly.
We are excited to be with you. We're excited to speak to you again. We are excited to hear from you. Yes. We are excited to be a part of your day.
Yes, we are.
And hopefully you will come back along with us on this journey.
Yes.
We have honestly missed you.
We have.
And we're happy to be back.
Yes, we are. And I want to give a shout out to Day Brown because if you haven't noticed, there's a new introduction.
There's a new intro song.
There's a new intro song.
Yeah.
I just want to give it out, shout out him to thank him for doing that for us. So we are greatly excited. So thank you.
When it comes to music, he is a genius when it comes to music.
Yeah, and we appreciate him so much.
Do. So thank you, Day Brown.
Thank you, Day Brown.
All right, so we're just going to really just kind of get right into it.
Let's get into it.
So what are we talking about? Because I really don't know.
Listen, date ideas.
Ooh,
now we've done this before, guys, but this time we decided that we was going to do budget friendly, moderately budget friendly.
Moderately budget friendly.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you listen? You're the wordsmith. What would you say?
Sound like you're saying some cost-effective dates?
Well, not the first one. The first episode, because we're going to have a continue. We have 3 different episodes on this.
Okay.
So the first one, we're going to talk about budget-friendly dates.
Budget-friendly dates.
Cost-effective dates.
Okay, I like that.
And again, just remember, it depends on what your cost-effective is before y'all be like, first of all, we just saying, so we just giving some ideas. And then after that, we're going to think strongly about, not mid-date.
Mid-date?
Yeah, the next episode will be about a continuation with dates that cost a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know the word I want to use right now.
You upped your financial game a little bit.
Yeah.
You like her a little more, want to spend a little bit more money on her. She may go in her purse, pull out $1 or $2.
Wow.
I got you.
Kind of marriage you in, but anyway.
I'm in a marriage where some embezzling is happening, but I'm not
embezzling.
We're not going to talk about that. I'm just saying.
We're not embezzling.
It's my own fault because I don't look at the books. I need to look at
We've tried to have these meetings.
I need to see the books.
We tried to have these meetings. So the first one.
Some funny numbers going on.
So it's going to be like weird. So you're going to get different date night ideas, but from different episodes. So it won't be. So right now we're just going to talk about cost-effective, budget-friendly date ideas.
I like that. I actually like the fact that we're revisiting the topic of dating because I think that's something. I may be going off on a little tangent, and if I am, just reel me back in.
I'll reel you in.
But I think that's something that gets lost in marriages, especially, and when I say this might sound strange, but especially long-term marriages. I mean, you want your marriage to be long-term, but there's different seasons in marriage. There is we just got married. There's this, the 1 to 5 years where we're still filling each other out. Everything is still new. Everything is still fresh. We're still learning new things that maybe we didn't know about each other.
Right.
And then you have that, that 5 to 10, where they always talk about that 7-year itch falls in there where you start contemplating, okay, do I really like you?
Right.
Are you really the person that I said I do to?
Did God really set this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you start hitting that 10 to 20 where you really fall into marriage and life really.
Did you fall?
Yeah, at that time you didn't fell into it. You just fell.
Just fell.
You just didn't fail. You kept falling.
Wow.
Like, you didn't even find the bottom. You just kept going. And then, by that time, that's family. Families intertwined, in-laws and intertwined, and external families intertwined, and you good. And
family has grown, grandchildren.
Family has grown, possibly grandchildren by that time.
Yeah.
You're fully entrenched in your professional life. And and then so we forget that dating is still whether you've been married 6 months or 60 years.
Yeah.
Dating each other is hugely important to keeping that relationship fresh, keeping that relationship, that bond. Yeah. Because you can easily become roommates in a marriage.
Exactly. And we're going to, that's something that we're going to hit on at another time because something that me and you did because we felt very strongly about that subject of becoming roommates
Right.
in marriage. What made me really want to do this is not too long ago, we seen one of our couples that we used to have our married couples with,
Right.
and Bible study with.
Yes.
We saw them Friday.
Well, depending on what, let's just say it was a couple of days ago.
Let's just say a couple
from
of days.
the time of recording,
Right?
Because there's no telling when you're going to listen to this. But
exactly.
From the time of the recording, it was a few days back.
And so they said that they had just celebrated 50 years.
Yes, 50 years.
Marriage.
50 years of marriage.
Now, again, we have our mentors that kind of like they almost 50 years, but this particular, are they 50 years yet?
I think they're in the 40s. I think early 40s.
Yeah.
I don't think they're 50. I think they're the early 40s.
So this couple who we truly love and we adore
Absolutely
them.
best couple.
We've known them for years.
Yeah.
So we were with them and they said they celebrated 50 years of marriage.
Together.
And so we was like just so excited for them. And I said, well, because they love to travel. And they still love to date each other and they like to travel with each other and they like to dream together. And they have these even after 50 years of marriage, they have these big plans of what the next 20, 30, 40 years are going to look like for their future. So they are so this made me think,
Also, I'm sorry to cut you off. That actually touched my soul for a moment.
To seeing them?
Seeing them only because they are an absolutely amazing couple.
Seriously, guys, they are.
Their heart. I can't say that I've ever encountered a couple collectively with the heart that they have for each other, for life, for people.
Family.
They're just amazing people.
Yes, they are.
But what kind of hit me right now is I realize, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but they've been married for 50 years.
Yeah.
I've only been on this earth for 46. So 4 years before I was even a gleam in my daddy's eye.
They were married.
They were married.
And this is the thing. That lets you know their age group. So I'm not going to tell you their age group.
Right.
But that'll give you a little insight of their age group. Right. And the fact that they still have so much zest and love each other. They served at church together. I mean, they served the community together. They travel. I mean, this couple, and it's so funny because they asked us, hey, guys, how long y'all been married? Because we forgot. And we were like, this February be 25 years. And we're like, we're still babies in the game. And, and they're just like, no, that's a task by itself. Because we don't even think of it. We honestly, because I think we're around people who have been married to us longer than we have, we keep thinking that we're a baby in the game. And people's like, girl.
Stop being French. It's not we.
It's me.
I'm telling everybody, I've been married a long time. You the one keep talking about, oh no, we baby. No.
I feel like we're still babies
I'm old
in
enough
the marriage game.
My marriage is old enough to go to war. My marriage is old enough to drink. My marriage is old enough to vote. So no, we ain't the babies in this. My marriage ain't a baby.
No, I feel like
my marriage is a full grown man with chest hair and a beard. So no, my marriage ain't no.
I just feel
like
we're still babies in the game because we're around so many people who have been married for such a long period.
That don't make
periodically time.
Okay, because I'm at 46. If I'm around 80-year-olds, that don't make me a child. Okay,
is you done?
I'm just saying.
Is you to them? You're still.
I'm
a
just
child.
saying. If I go to the senior citizen home and do some volunteering with the sweet people there, and I'm surrounded by 80s and 90s years old,
they're gonna call you a baby.
I'm not. I'm a full grown man.
I'm just saying. That's my thought process about our marriage.
But before we continue, one thing I would like to say: we happen to see them. And it made us realize how much we miss them. Yeah. And as a couple, miss being in their presence. They're just amazing people. Yes. But one of the cutest things that I love about them is that if they're apart, like when we were together a few days back, it was an event that we went to, and they were away from each other. I think he was on one side of the room talking to someone, and she was with us talking.
Right.
And I watched her as she would spot him.
Yeah.
And that was this smile and this joy that came to her face whenever she spotted him across the room. And I've noticed he does the same thing.
He does.
If we're talking or if we're around and they're not within immediate vicinity of each other, you know, he'll look around. First of all, he will look around for her. He will locate where she is.
Yes, he will.
And to make sure she's okay. And then when he does, there's a light and a switch that flips that I see.
Because he's a very quiet man.
Very quiet man.
Very quiet man.
The older people would call him very stoic.
Yeah, very
stoic. But you would see the light.
Yeah. And
to be 50 years
in the game,
in a marriage.
Oof.
And that doesn't mean that they've only been together 50 years.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, they were together before.
Yeah, they were teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just meet on a Monday, get married on a Tuesday, and been 50 years. Yeah. There was some time before that. So we're looking at possibly anywhere from 55 to 60 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And to still look at each other in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And to have that light in their eyes when they see each other.
Right.
And a lot of couples, once again, no matter how long they've been married, sometimes that light dims.
Yeah.
And that's why we're having a conversation about dating. Because when you start dating somebody again, you start relearning them again. You start being intentional about spending that time.
Right.
That light starts to come on, that pilot light. Because a lot of times what happens is that our marriage, I am so sorry. Our marriage becomes cold because our pilot light went out.
Yeah, and we didn't even know.
And we didn't know.
Yeah.
And we didn't take the...
That's so good, baby. My God.
Yeah.
You sexy over there. Carry on.
You
Carry
silly.
on. Your intellect is sexy. But go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
For the younger members of our audience.
Who got these electric stoves?
Who got these electrics. A pilot light on your hot water heater.
Not the hot water heater.
No, on your hot water heater. So to get hot water in your home, there has to be a device that heats the water.
Come on, preach.
It just doesn't come out hot when you turn on the faucet. There has to be a device that heats the water.
Speak, brother.
And that device used to have a pilot light. Small, very small little flame.
Small too at that.
Very small little flame.
Yeah.
That kept the process going.
Right.
That kept it heated. That got you the hot water.
Right.
And if your pilot light ever went out, you would notice that your water and your things would start to get cold.
Right.
That's what happens in a marriage because it's something so small that you don't pay attention to. Yeah. But needs to be engaged and needs to be tended to. But you don't pay attention to it.
Tended to and looked at. And checked.
Because here's the thing. It's a beautiful thing, but yet it's a very dangerous thing.
Yes, sir.
So... And if that light goes out, you put yourself in danger.
You put yourself in danger.
And it's the same thing that happens in your marriage.
Especially the smell too.
Yeah. When that pilot light goes out in your marriage and now your marriage is becoming cold, you putting yourself in danger. You're putting your marriage in danger of never being able to rekindle that heat again.
That's good, baby. That's good.
I'm sorry.
So you know what? So
talk to me.
So here's the thing. So as you were speaking to me, I heard that when we start talking about date night, these 3 things that we're going to do, these pilot lights, I think it's a graduation. Right? Because sometimes
that's the name of the episode. Pilot light.
Pilot light. So these 3 things are going to help you graduate from one level of dating to the next. There's going to be 3 tiers of dating. Let's put it like that. And you're going to graduate from this first level that even though it's budget friendly and then you're going to graduate to the next level of dating into the master of dating. So there's 3 levels of dating that we want to discuss, but each one we'll do instead of doing them all at one time, we'll just do 3 different episodes.
Okay, that works.
In reference to that. So the pilot light that we're going to discuss, as far as dating is concerned, is the first is going back to being a kid. And I think sometimes we date so maturely that we overthink the dating process. There's the dinner and the this and the that. And all those things are great. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, how do we take it back to the fundamental time before you got married or when you first got married? You had a budget. Now, some of you guys had a big budget,
right?
But I'm talking about the budget, the time and the energy budget, just not the financial budget. And because, a lot of times people say they don't date because we don't have time because we got family, we got kids, we got this, we got that. So many things are going on. We don't find time to date or to spend time with each other.
Right.
So this first pilot light is very much taking it back to the child, to when you were a child.
Hold on for a second, if you don't mind. I want to, and we've used that excuse before as well.
Yes, we have.
We don't have time. We have so much going on.
Yes.
But here's what's crazy though. When your job needs you to stay late or needs you to pick up a new project or needs you to take care of something, doesn't matter what your time schedule is.
Right.
You find a way to get it done. If you're an entrepreneur and you have a client that requires your attention and your time,
right,
you find a way.
Right.
Doesn't matter what else you have going on, you find a way. When, as a parent, when that school calls about little Timmy,
not little Timmy, baby,
no matter what's going on, you find a way. You find time. You find time to fit that in your busy schedule.
Right.
But it amazes me that as married couples, and we took an oath not only to each other, but we took an oath under God to be of one, to be together, to love, cherish, honor, obey, protect.
Yes, all those
things. All those beautiful things.
Right.
But yet we refuse to find time to spend that time within our marriage.
Right. And I like the word protect because sometimes you have got to protect your time.
Right.
Which means that you're going to have to guard it and be like, this is the time that I've carved out for me and my wife, for me and my marriage, and I'm protecting it. I don't care what's going on around me. This time is protected. So I do like the word protect, to protect that time. Right. So here's a couple of things that I feel like that going back to being a kid. The first thing is going back to is doing go karts. Is it go karts? I'm trying to think about it. Is it go kart?
It's go karts.
Yeah.
Geo karts.
Go karting.
Go karting. Yeah.
I don't know why I can't say that.
It's
why
okay.
is that a weird word?
It's difficult.
Right
It's difficult.
Is it go karting?
It doesn't roll off the tongue well.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So one of the things when we were children, we went go karting. We went and played arcade games,
miniature golf,
and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So go back to that. Go back to go karting, miniature golfing. Actually, everybody doesn't live in Charlotte. I know that, but Charlotte actually has. If you guys don't know, it's called Activate. It is a adult gaming place in Charlotte. It just opened up.
Okay.
Where you are actually playing the game like it's like the games that you play.
Right.
But you are physically in this space that you actually play the games from jumping to dodging to activating, like all of those things to play the game. So you are physically playing the game.
Is it kind of like virtual reality?
Yeah, kind of like, but you're walking through, like you're going through, you pick the games that you want to do and you have to decode stuff and things like that.
Oh, okay. So it's like live action.
Yes, it's live action.
Got you.
So if you live in Charlotte, look it up. It's called Activate. We're not sponsored by them, but I did see that when I started thinking about how can we go back to our childhood to have a good time where we're not thinking about children, money, or family or anything, but me and you are having the best time of our lives. We're laughing, we're joking, and it's not just going out to eat and the movie. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
You got that look in your face.
No, because I love hearing you speak. I love the way your mind works because when you talk, it triggers things and memories for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times as adults, we lose the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I mean by that.
Ahead, go for it.
We get so caught up in being an adult. And I'm doing air quotes, being an adult.
Right.
And being responsible and being looked at in this certain way.
Exactly.
And worrying about what the outside world thinks about us and our reputation and all these things.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, your reputation, it does mean a lot.
Yeah, your character means
character means a lot. Yeah. How people, one thing my wife always says is, what smell do you leave when you walk out of a room?
Exactly.
Do you smell like cologne or do you smell like gas?
Yes.
What impression do you leave? Exactly. Your character, your reputation plays a lot in that.
Right. It follows you.
However, what happens as a child, it didn't take a lot for a child to amuse themselves, to find fun.
It did not.
You can give a child a stick and a ball.
Yes.
Not even a bat and a ball. I mean a literal stick and a ball.
Yes.
And they've created this whole new world.
Yes.
But as adults, we get caught in this thing where we're sitting around with, I'm bored. I'm not real sure what to do.
I'm an adult now.
I don't really have the finances to do. You didn't need finances as a child.
Exactly. And have the best time of your life.
You and your best friend would go out and be gone all day with not a dollar between you.
Did you say a dollar between you?
Not a dollar between you.
Okay, old man.
And you had the most fun,
exactly,
exhausting day.
Yes.
Now you're telling me that a child is more creative than an adult when it comes to how to amuse and entertain themselves? So you're telling me, because for me as a marriage, that is your best friend. Right. That is your built-in best friend.
Right.
That is the person that you go to war with, the person that you cry with, the person that you laugh with, you find joy with.
Yes.
That is the person that takes care of you when you're sick and vice versa.
Yes.
Now you're telling me that you, as a full-fledged adult, as a full-fledged, your whole frontal lobe is developed. You telling me that you can't figure out a fun way to entertain yourself with your best friend, no matter what your pocketbook looks like, no matter what your bank account looks like?
You know why? Because we're so busy being adults and so regimented that the creative part of us we have shut down. You have to remember the children are creative people. We're all creative human beings. God is the creator, and because of that, what He put in us is creativity. So we can create anything, but we have shut down because we're so regimented about 9 to 5, 10 to that we have shut down our creativity. And so children are free. We are not free. We don't allow ourselves to be free and create things and create good times and fun times and create memories. Right. And I want to say this: create the memories without your cell phone, not nary picture.
Everybody don't need it.
Everybody don't need to know what you're doing or your memories. You got those memories. Sometimes your heart is a memory that you need, right? And so your memories are for you, not for everybody else. And that's another thing. We do a lot of things because we want to show people what we did, and that blocks your creativity right there, because you can't even have a good time, right?
Because at that point you're staging it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not authentic
it's not
anymore.
Authentic.
You're staging a moment.
Yes.
Instead of being in the moment.
In the moment. And I think that so that's what, and also escape rooms.
Right.
So you can go to the escape rooms, which I don't do escape rooms, y'all. Somebody gonna get hurt. I'm not playing with y'all. You're going to open the door. I cannot handle it. I will not. Everybody, all my family, everybody goes to escape rooms, but I do not go. Now, here's another thing that me and you haven't done in a long time. Drive-in movies.
They still exist.
Well, you can see 3 movies. One's going to be Kitty.
Right.
One's going to be Love. And I think one's always horror at night.
Well,
it
locally here. Yeah, it depends.
Here. It depends on where you live and where you go.
And here's the thing. Even if you're in your area, drive-in movies no longer exist, because there are still some throughout. Yeah. You can go on Amazon and get a cheap projector.
Come on, somebody.
And a bed sheet.
Hello.
And set it up in your living room, set it up in your backyard.
Yes.
If you live in an apartment complex, set it up outside your front door.
On your patio.
And do it yourself.
Yes.
There's always, for every reason why you can't do something, there's always a way to make it happen.
There's always a way to do it.
I think we fail to forget that our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents were not perfect.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of the things they did that was out of order and should have been done in a different way. However, they still found ways to date each other, to entertain each other, to be with each other, to build that relationship with each other.
Yes.
And they didn't have half the things that we have. They didn't have the cell phones. They didn't have the instant communication, the streaming services. Most of the time, most of them didn't even have color TVs.
Right.
They had 3 channels.
Right.
And one, it was the weather, the news, and some variety shows. And they made it work.
I think that's the word that we're looking for. Work.
Yeah.
Work on this thing.
Work on it. It's worth working on. Your marriage is, no matter what current state your marriage is in, it is worth working on.
Exactly.
And for the ones who are saying, but my marriage is fine, we're happy. We do things together. Then you have to keep doing it.
Right.
The only way you're going to keep being happy, the only way your marriage is going to keep being fine, you have to keep doing things. Do not get complacent.
Right, exactly.
Because what happens is that I know this may sound crazy, but we say it all the time, love and hate. Hate is not the opposite of love. Indifference is.
Yeah. Come on.
And it's so easy to become indifferent
Yes.
in a situation.
To each other. Yes, sir.
Because complacency will make you become indifferent. Stagnation will make you become indifferent.
Yes, sir.
And next thing and like we touched on before, the next thing you know, your loving relationship went from a loving partnership to just a friendship to just roommates. Really quickly.
Yeah. And it's dangerous. It's so dangerous.
And
guys.
the crazy part about it, nothing has to happen.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a fight.
Nope.
You don't have to be at odds.
Nope.
You don't have to start disliking each other. You just start slowly moving in opposite and different directions.
Yes, sir.
Where you used to always watch TV together. Now one person's in a different room.
Because we don't like the same show.
Because we don't like the same shows. Or, and we're guilty, my favorite, we're in the bed together.
Right.
But our back is turned
to each other.
You're on your phone. I'm on my iPad.
Yeah.
You have on headphones. I have on headphones.
Yeah.
And we spend 2 hours in the bed together.
Yes.
And never say a word to each other. With our backs to each other.
Because we're just doing our own thing.
Just doing our own thing.
And that is such a dangerous thing. And again, we'll get back to that because me and Cynthia did something because we found ourselves in that place. And we was like, oh, this is not good. This is not.
The devil is a liar.
This is not good. Okay, the next thing too, so we're talking about drive-in movies, if it's in your area, or creating a drive-in movie, a drive-in house movie in your house. Aldi, if you got an Aldi, they sell the projectors. Amazon sell the projectors. You can get some projectors right now, and you can definitely do that.
And go to the dollar store, get some popcorn and snacks.
Come on now, listen.
Your whole date costs you $30 maybe.
Maybe. Seriously. Or you can do movie in the park. Not music in the park, and a picnic. Okay. Again, very cost effective. You don't have to have a picnic basket, y'all. You can take a bag. It's okay, y'all.
Take a duffel bag.
You can take a duffel bag, right? But if you want to make it cute, go and get your little picnic basket.
Once again, go to the dollar store, get your little basket.
Let's be creative again. Let's think again, and that's nothing. Let's think again. Let's be creative again. Let's think. How can I do this? And so that's another thing. And then if there's no music in the park, then just go have a picnic. Go have a picnic.
Yeah.
Go eat outside. Go hit the grass, y'all. Go get a blanket.
Is this touch the grass?
Touch the grass. Touch the grass.
But
okay?
also before you continue on that, gentlemen, I'm sick of hearing I don't know how to plan. I'm sick of hearing I don't know what to do.
Come on.
Do something. That's it. She just wants you to do something.
Initiate.
She just wants you to take initiative to do something.
Absolutely.
To show that you have put a little bit of effort in.
And thoughts.
That you have thought about it. That she just wants to know that she is not an afterthought to you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to cook. You can make a sandwich. You can go you can take 2 slices of white bread. If you want to get fancy, get some ciabatta.
Not much ciabatta, baby.
If you want to get a little fancy,
get fancy.
Get you a go to your local supermarket.
What do you call it?
Brioche.
Brioche.
Go to your local supermarket, your local big box store. Get you $1 loaf of the French bread.
Have them cut it up for you.
Have them cut it. You cut it up yourself. Slap a little butter on it. Toast it a little bit. Make you some sandwiches. It's the effort. She just wants to know that you tried. Yeah. So we can no longer use the excuse of, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to do. You know what she like.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what she like, learn.
Research. Gather.
My wife did something the other day that I'll be honest. Initially.
I already know what you're talking about.
It irked me. I'll be honest. We have an honest conversation with your family. Initially, it irked me.
It did, y'all. And it's so crazy because I think I know what you're talking about. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
And on the highway, I wanted to open the door and push her out as I was driving. We stopped at a store because she wanted to run into one of her favorite stores, which one of my wife's favorite stores is the dollar store.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna touch on that right now. So she goes inside. She comes out. And she's excited. I'm not sure why she's excited. But she comes out and she has this box in her hand. And in the box, it was icebreakers. It was conversation starters.
It's conversation cards for relationships.
It's conversation cards for relationships. And she's like, well, babe, I got this. I just want to,
I'm gonna leave it in the car.
I'm going to leave it in the car. I'm going to ask you some questions.
It's 180 cards, y'all.
And I'm like, babe, we 24 years in. You don't know me? I mean, is there any questions left to ask? And she's like, well, I'm not going to do it right now, but I have a question.
Just one. I'm going to ask one.
I just want to ask you one question.
Because I think this is for you.
I'm like, all right, baby, that's fine. Mm-hmm. So she asked the question. I answered the question. Next thing you know, okay, baby, well, one more. And now 10 questions later, after she keeps saying one more, but then like in the moment, I'm being honest, family. In the moment, I was aggravated. Mm-hmm. We were trying to go somewhere else. I was driving. I really wasn't in the mood for in that
relationship
moment.
Cards.
Not even so much. I'm gonna be honest. In that moment, I didn't have time in my mind for frivolous conversation.
Ah, got it.
And I felt like in that moment, these cards was frivolous conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I had to do was take myself out the moment and realize something as simple as you asking me questions from this deck that you found in a store that you wasn't expecting to find, that made you happy that you found it. That was the important thing.
Yeah.
Being with you in that moment and enjoying this moment with you.
Right.
No matter how silly it seemed.
Right.
But it made you happy.
Right.
And I say all that to say, fellas, if you feel like within your marriage now that you don't know your wife well enough to plan a day for her, go to the store, go online, get you some conversation starter cards, and start asking her questions.
Yeah.
Or write down your own questions. And interview your wife.
Yeah. That's a date night right there.
Take time to interview your wife.
Yeah.
Because and that's something we all should be doing, and wives the same, because whether you've been married, like I said, 6 months or 60 years, who they are in this moment is not the same person they were when you married them.
Exactly.
We all grow, we all learn, we all change. As a child, my favorite color was purple.
Right.
As an adult, my favorite color is blue.
Right.
Things change. As a child, I hated broccoli.
Right.
No matter what you did to it, no matter how much cheese and whatever you did to it. Now, I won't have a meal almost
without broccoli,
unless broccoli's included.
Yeah.
My brother loved spinach growing up. I hated spinach.
You love a good spinach dip.
I love a good spinach dip. Saute me some spinach right now.
Yeah, he love it.
A good spinach dip right now. So we change. So if you feel, and this goes to the wives as well, if you feel like, well, I don't know my spouse well enough to plan a day, or, I'm not sure what to do, interview them. Sit down. Have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
I ask them the most random, silliest questions.
And that's what the cards were.
And that's what
random,
they are.
silliest questions.
I ask them, babe, today, what is your favorite color today? Today, what are your dreams today? What do you like to do for fun today?
Yeah.
And absolutely. Find out. And then on the flip side, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
fine.
and then I'll let you finish.
No, you're fine.
And then the most important thing, once you find out, don't make it about you.
Yeah. Take note.
Yeah. Let's say that your spouse, and it could be male or female, let's say your spouse says, well, I really enjoy playing games, whether it's board games, video games, whatever. Okay, well then take the time to sit down with them.
Yeah.
Take 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Sit down with them.
Yeah.
Let them show you why they love it so much. Play the game with them. Play the board game with them. Uno, Monopoly, whatever it is, Scrabble, whatever it is. If they play 2K or Madden, whatever it is.
Yeah.
In that moment, it can't be about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let it be about them for that moment, for that 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let it be about them for that moment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No,
I kind of went on a tirade.
No,
on that
you're
one.
fine. I just thought about that. That's another idea of getting some conversation cards or some couple conversation cards and some wine or some juice. I don't know. The conversation. Why I can't talk today? What in the world? Conversation cards.
Did you have wine before the episode without me?
I could have, and I didn't tell you.
Get you a nice Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. I don't like, that's nasty. And sit at the counter, sit at the table, sit on the couch or whatever.
Nice Moscato.
You really gonna keep naming?
You don't like the nice Moscato?
I don't like wine.
Okay, it's fine.
I don't like the wine. But and sit down and have a conversation, and they could just be the smallest questions that you might think this is a dumb question, but it could be something that you did not know, because we grow and we know stuff. The other thing to do as well is sip and paint at home.
Yes.
Now, I saw this on TikTok. I don't know what couple, so I can't say, but it was the funniest thing is they did, which I want us to do because we haven't done that. And what it is they went and got the supplies to do a sip and paint,
right?
And they had to do self-portraits of each other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They could not reveal it till it was over.
Right.
Hysterical. I would love to see how you would draw me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one, too. And again, go to the Dollar Tree, my favorite store. Everything, the paint, the canvas, the brush, everything is there.
Yeah, everything.
All you need is creativity. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the date for you. Go ahead,
break it down.
Go to your local dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever dollar you got.
Whatever dollar you got.
Get the supplies you need there.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your local supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some nice cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get the pre-cut cheese. Go ahead and get you the block cheese.
Saving some money.
Save you a little money there.
Cut it yourself.
Get you
some grapes.
Go and get you little grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get you some little strawberries. Cut them up yourself.
Mm-hmm. Crackle.
Go and get you to the deli section. Get you a little prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
It may be a little expensive for some people. Get you a little prosciutto.
Get some turkey if you need
some
that.
turkey. Make your own charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, preach.
Sat down in your living room. Put some sheets or something down on your little floor.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's your date.
That's your date right there. And it's amazing that when we did it in the car, what went from him not wanting to do it to we cracking up because I'm like, really, baby. Okay, if that's what you want, but things like that because it was like things about technology. It was just all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So definitely do that. Also, I want you to think about also doing a cook-off. Now, I think with the Top Shelf where they just give you the ingredients.
No, that's Chop.
Chop. Yes, I want you to do your in-home chop. And the reason why I want you to whatever is in your house, people, whatever's in your crib. Crib, that's so hood. Whatever's in your house.
Make a meal. So you both get whatever's in your house and you make a meal. That's it. Now, the thing is, you can sit there and watch each other do it together, or one can go in the room while the other one cook theirs and the other one come back and blast a surprise. But I really think to be in the kitchen doing it together. Yeah, doing it together.
And don't be stealing each other ideas. Don't be looking at the other person trying to steal what they're doing, y'all. But I think that is really, really good to see what you can do. And of course, you'll be like, I don't know how to cook. Well, today you better.
Yeah.
Today you better know how to cook.
Look,
because that's the fun part of it.
That's the fun. The most important thing, it doesn't matter how the product turns out. Just don't burn your house down.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
As long as you don't burn your house down, it's a success. If the food don't come out good, it's okay. You got a funny story to tell.
Yes, this was nasty.
Y'all
can take a picture of that.
Yeah. You have an intimate story.
Mm-hmm.
You have what you've just done.
Right.
And understand sometimes we get so caught up in the result that we miss the real meaning of what was going on. It doesn't matter if you can't cook. It doesn't matter if the food doesn't come out well. You've just built a memory.
Yes.
You've just built some joy in your marriage. You've built a connection.
Yes.
You've allowed your spouse to see you in a different way.
Exactly.
You took off the rigors of the day.
Yes.
You set down the stress of being an adult.
Yes.
And you went into the kitchen and you created a memory with your spouse. Something that 10 to 15 years from now, you guys can reflect back on and say, remember when we did this and how much fun we had.
Yes.
And, and I knew my dish is going to be better, whatever it is.
Just
get
at each other.
And you created a memory, something that money can't buy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what we fail to realize a lot of the times. We get, especially as adults, we get so caught up in, I want to buy this for my spouse, or I want to take my spouse here, or I want to do this. I want to make sure she has this house or this car.
Yes.
All those things, a house rots away.
Yeah. Yeah.
A car needs to be fixed.
Everything depreciates.
It depreciates in value.
Yes, it does.
That $90,000 car that you just wanted her to have.
Right.
When you drive it off the lot, it's now worth $80.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you get it home, it's now worth $60. God forbid.
Depends on how far you live.
God forbid you go to the supermarket and somebody back into it.
Oh, Lord.
Now it's got to be repaired. Now it's worth $40.
Exactly.
Because now it's not original anymore. They don't have the original parts on it anymore.
Exactly.
So we get so caught up in, well, I want her to have this. I want him to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But the things that matter when you are seasoned and you're going back over your life, you're not thinking about the cars you had.
Exactly.
Because if you are, you've really missed the plot and you've missed the mark.
Exactly.
You're not thinking about the house you had or the shirt that you bought or the watch you had.
Right.
You're thinking about the time you and your wife did.
Right.
Or the time me and my husband.
Exactly.
Or the time the family did.
Right.
You're thinking of things you did and the memories you created.
Yeah.
So if we start that process now,
yeah,
I don't want to wait until I'm 80
right,
to be like, now I want to start building memories.
Yeah.
No. You start that process. You start that process the moment she says I do.
Yep. And keep going.
The moment she says I do.
The moment he says I do.
The moment he says I do.
Yes.
The memory creation and the memory building starts then.
Man. And you have to keep it going.
You have to keep it
now,
going.
This is because of our grandchildren.
Okay, what's up?
This is the last one. And then I'm going to recap real quick.
All right, cool.
Afford. Go in your find a movie that you guys can binge on, right?
Right.
Get your little snacks or whatever, and make a blanket for it. Y'all better not act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Where you take the sheets and the blankets,
get you some pillows, some
get
chairs,
you some pillows and some chairs, and you sit on the floor and you under it. Our grandkids love a fort. They will create a fort out of anything. Pillows, decorative pillows, the pillows, they sheet, whatever. And they love that. And as an adult, that is so cool. It's cozy,
it's
right?
Cozy.
It's the coziness inside of your house, right? Yeah. Your house is cozy, but it's the cozy inside of your house to make a fort and just find something on the TV. And y'all just been like a show that y'all been wanting to binge for a long time. And again, protect your time and be like, for 2 hours, we're not talking to nobody. Yeah. We're going to eat our snacks. We're going to binge watch these shows that we really want to watch. And we're going to be under this fort.
We're going to reach out to family members.
Yes.
And we're going to say from 8 to 10.
Don't call me.
My phone will be off.
Do not disturb.
If there's an emergency, call 911.
We are not the ones to call.
We are not the ones
to call.
We are preoccupied with something that's important.
Us.
And I want to say this as well. You're not that dignified.
Mm-hmm.
You're not that dignified that you can't build a fort and get on the floor with your spouse.
Build a fort.
You're not that dignified. You're not that refined. You're not that important, Mr. CEO.
That you can't make a fort.
That you can't make a fort with your wife.
Exactly.
And lay on the couch under the fort or lay on the floor and get some popcorn and watch a show together and spend time and build memories and rekindle and reconnect. You're not that important.
It's not that deep.
Mr. Lawyer, be that important in the courtroom.
Yes, Miss Boss Lady, ma'am, be that later. Because right now I'm going to need you to build a fort.
Build a fort and rebuild that relationship.
Rebuild the relationship. I do have I forgot.
Talk to me.
I do this
every time. Good. Let's do it.
So also, for people like, but I do love movies and I love going to the movies. Okay, know that in your area, maybe not all areas, it's like for us, it's $5 Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like $5 Tuesday, y'all. So again, budget friendly. Whatever movie you really want to see, go see it on a weekday. Get a babysitter if you need one, and just protect your time for a couple of hours and go to the movies and go to the Dollar Tree. I don't care, y'all. I love Dollar Tree. Go to Dollar Tree, get your little snacks, honey. Get you a big bag, sis. Put that in there. Go ahead and do that. But if you want to buy popcorn, because sometimes they do give you a special on the popcorn.
Most of the
then
times.
you can buy your own popcorn. If you
the
don't,
food and stuff is half off.
Take your own snacks. But that's another way of budget friendly. So you still get a chance to see the movies that you want to see, right? But on a weekday, because sometimes I believe we have to break the day. Everybody want to do something on the weekend. Sometimes you got to break you got to do something on a weekday too, y'all.
Yeah, you got to break the monotony.
Yeah, you have to break that up. So I'm going to recap what we said. So again, this is just budget friendly, but also taking it back to the foundation, being creative and being a kid again. So we're talking about going to drive-in movies, music in the park, go to an arcade, go to and do go-karts. I don't know why I can't say that.
It's okay.
Go-karting. Go to and Top Golf if you have one in your area.
Yeah, Top Golf, miniature golf.
The Puttery, that's another one to think about going. Do your own sip and paint in your house with a charcuterie board where you guys do self-portraits of each other. You could also do Chopped, your in-home chop where you use what's in your house, guys, and you compete against each other who can make the best meal. Also going to any activated virtual playing arcade game areas, escape rooms that you can go to. Let me see what else. And I think making a fort.
And then to add something also kind of along the lines of to be able to do this, you have to think outside the box.
Yes.
Come outside your comfort zone.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure in pretty much all areas,
Mm-hmm.
there are local places you can go, pottery places.
Mm-hmm.
Go make a vase. Go
Yeah.
make a bowl.
Yes.
Go make a cup
Yes.
with your spouse.
Go paint.
Go paint. There's this place locally here in our area where it's already pre-made. You just go in, you pick something you want,
And you
paint it, you design it, whether it's a figurine of a bear or a bowl or a plate, whatever.
Yes.
And you guys sit down, you pick your colors, you paint it, and then they do all the curing for you and the firing and the kiln and all that, and then you go pick it up and you created something together.
Now get to that. We did that.
We did that.
But there was a couple next to us, a very young couple. It looked like they was in their 20s.
Right.
And they just bought one.
And they did it together.
And they took turns, like she painted a little bit and then she gave it to him. And because they had different colors.
Right.
So she painted a little bit and remember she gave it to him and he did what he wanted to do and kept going back, which I thought was the absolute cutest thing.
Yeah, it was.
So it's even if it's like, it's expensive, you can do one. You can do one, buy one little whatever and just paint it together, going back and forth to see and using your own creativity. And that's you guys' bowl or cup or whatever you make. But you have to be, creativity is a foundation. Take it back to being a child. Go back and create fun for yourself. And fun for you as a married couple. It is so important that you do this.
You do it. And once again, before we wrap up, stop finding so many excuses on why. Now, we are not naive, especially in 2024. We know no two people's budgets are the same.
And life be life.
We know life be life and inflation is inflating. We understand that. However, when you want to find, you find.
Yeah.
When you want that coffee, you find a way. When you want to stop at McDonald's or stop at a fast food restaurant or whatever, you find a way.
Right.
When you want that shirt that you've been eyeing, you find a way.
Find a way.
So we have to find a way. Your marriage, your relationship is so much more important than any other material thing that's on this earth.
Yes, sir.
There is nothing that should be more important than your marriage.
Exactly.
Building, rebuilding, refurbishing, reinforcing,
Just
all the re's you want in your relationship and your marriage. Because every day you have to you have to rethink, you have to rebuild, you have to refortify, you have to restore, you have to regroup. Yeah. Every day is a re.
It's a re.
Every day is.
Yeah.
So as you're rebuilding and restoring and recouping your relationship, you have to figure out what's important. Because here's the thing. Everything can't be important.
Yeah.
If you've ever been in a corporate setting, you know they will come to you and they will give you a list of 15 items and they will tell you that all 15 are emergency is important. Guess what? Logically, that makes no sense. Because if I have 15 items, they can't all be of the same importance.
Same level.
They can't be. Because I can't do 15 things at one time.
Exactly.
Your marriage has to be your priority.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Your relationship has to be it has to be the most important thing.
Absolutely.
And then after marriage is your section, and then everything else is your subsections.
Yes.
Marriage is one. Everything else is 1A, 1B, 1C.
Absolutely.
It has to be.
It has to
for
be.
your marriage to work. And the one thing I love what you said is that going back to the creativity of a child.
Yeah.
Not saying be a child.
Right.
Not saying forsake all your responsibilities. Not saying become, irrational, become overly emotional. I'm not saying all that. So don't take it that way.
We're talking about dating, y'all.
We're talking about dating. And going back to the creative mindset of a child. Because once again, a child will figure out a way.
Figure out a way to do it.
They will figure out a way.
They will figure out a way. Absolutely.
And as an adult, you can't tell me with the most important relationship in your life, you can't figure out a way.
And I think, too, just remember what's in your hand, what's in your house, right? So if for those ones, like you said, we don't know their budget, and right now may not be where they can do the $5 movie and all of those things. We also gave you ideas that you didn't have to spend nothing. What is in your house?
Right.
What's in your house? Is there a puzzle in your house that you guys can do together? Is there some coloring books that you can snatch from your kids and y'all can color together, right? Is there some games in your house that you guys can do together, right? Or can you go to the Dollar Tree and get the conversation cards and use whatever's in your house to eat and drink, right? It may not have to be wine. It could be tea. It could be coffee. It could be infused water. I don't care.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. What's in your house? And then, when you do that, you make the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel good about that.
How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
You feel great about that?
I feel great about that.
So do I. I think that's a good place to end.
It is a good place to
I
end.
feel good.
I feel great.
I feel good with being back.
Yes.
Family.
Guys.
Guess what?
Guess what?
Crenshaw's are back.
Crenshaw's are back, guys.
You know what? Welcome to our journey.
Welcome to our journey. Bye, guys.